Morning, children. Welcome you all once again for this online class. And today we are continuing with our part 2 of Geography Lesson 2. And the title of our lesson is Land and Oceans. And in part 1, we studied about the three orders of landforms. The first order, the continents and oceans. Second order, mountains, plateaus, etc. And in today's class, we are going to study about the third order of landforms. Okay, the third order of landforms. So, what are the third order? The third order of landforms are formed on mountains, plateaus, and plains, mainly by erosional and depositional activities of rivers, glaciers, winds, and waves. So, what our statement says, it says the third orders are formed from the second orders. Okay, so second order is formed from the first order, isn't it? See, what are the second order landforms? Mountains, plains, plateaus. Okay, so all these three are formed from the first order in the continents only, isn't it? In the same manner, third order landforms are also created or found in the second order only. Okay, so from the second order landforms, they are derived. Okay, the third order are formed. Okay, so how they are formed? By two actions, mainly by either by erosion or by deposition activities of rivers, glaciers, winds, and waves. Erosion means what? Gradually or slowly breaking something into pieces. Okay, destroying something slowly. That is called erosion. Deposition means changing the position, moving a material from one place to another place. So, either by erosion or by deposition, the structure of the mountains or plateaus or plains are changed by the activities of external forces like rivers, glaciers, winds or waves. ஓகே, தமிழில் சொல்லணுன்னா எப்படி சொல்லலாம்? தேர்ட் ஆர்டர் லேண்ட்ஃபார்ம் வந்து எங்கேருந்து வந்திருக்கு? செகண்ட் ஆர்டர் லேண்ட்லேருந்து தான் கிடைக்குது. அதாவது மலைகள்லேருந்தோ இல்லைன்னா பிளாட்யூஸ்லேருந்தோ இல்லைன்னா பிளைன்ஸ்லேருந்தோ தான் அது ஃபார்ம் ஆகுது. எப்படி ஃபார்ம் ஆகுது? ஒன்று எரோஷன் மூலமாக, அதாவது அரிப்பு மூலமாக, இல்லைன்னா டீபொசிஷன், ஒரு பொருளை இன்னொரு இடத்துக்கு மாற்றுறது மூலயமா நடைபெறுது. அதை செய்கிற வெளிசக்தி என்னென்னா, ஒருவேளை ரிவர் வாட்டராக இருக்கலாம், இல்லைன்னா ஐஸ் கட்டியாக இருக்கலாம், இல்லைன்னா விண்டாக இருக்கலாம், இல்லைன்னா வேவ்ஸாக இருக்கலாம். ஓகே, ஸோ தீஸ் ஆர் த third order landforms. Okay, so look at the valley here. So the one of the examples of third order landforms are the valleys. So how valleys are formed? They are formed because of the erosion of the mountain. So in the definition we studied, isn't it? So how the third order landform happens? Either by erosion or by deposition. So here valleys are formed because of the erosion of the mountain by the river water. Okay, look at the river water at the bottom. So these river water flow from the mountains and it make them into valleys. So this is the way, or this is the third form of landform created by the um, erosion of river water. Another example for third form of land system is beaches. Okay, so what are beaches? Okay, look at this here, the brown portion, isn't it? So the brown portion of sand plains, they are called beaches. So how are beaches are formed? It formed because of the deposition. Okay, in valley we saw about the erosion. Okay, here beaches are formed because of deposition of sand in the river in the sea water, and it is pushed into the land, and it finally forms a beach. So the beach sand, which is brown in color, it is depositioned from the water into the banks of the sea by due course of time, that is uh, through some moment of time. Okay, so this is another example for third form. Sand dunes. Okay, so sand dunes also another third form. It uh, it is also happened formed by deposition of the sand, moving placing the sand from one place to another. Okay, so valleys are formed by erosion, and beaches and sand dunes are formed because of the deposition of uh, the soil. Okay, children, now let's move on to the next topic, oceans. Okay, so look at the pie diagram here. It gives us information regarding the uh, majority of the oceans in the world. So, how large are the oceans of the world? They occupy our earth. Okay, so here we see the blue color portion, dark blue portion as Pacific Ocean, red Atlantic, green is Indian Ocean, and purple is Southern Ocean, and light blue color is Arctic Ocean. So Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean. Nearly half of the ocean of the world is covered by the Pacific Ocean. So all the other four oceans, they combine together to form the uh, length of the Pacific Ocean. So the Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean in the whole world. So next to Pacific Ocean, the second largest ocean is the Atlantic Ocean. It occupies 23 percentage of the oceans waters of the oceans of the world. So next to Atlantic, Indian. So Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean are more or less same size only. Indian Ocean is little bit smaller than the Atlantic Ocean. So the fourth ocean is Southern Ocean. It is only around 6 percentage of the total oceans of the whole world. And finally, the smallest ocean is the Arctic Ocean. It occupies only 4% of the water. Okay, so now we are going to study about each and every oceans one by one from the highest to the least. So the first one is Pacific Ocean. First, we'll see. Uh, so it is the largest ocean in the earth. Okay, and it covers one third of the earth's total area. So our total earth is one third is covered with the Pacific Ocean. Okay, so what are the boundaries of the Pacific Ocean? Look at the picture in the right side. So here we can see the boundaries of the Pacific Ocean. Asia in the west, Australia in the north, America in the America and South America in the east. So they are the boundaries of the Pacific Ocean. Okay, so it stretches from Arctic Ocean in the north to Southern Ocean in the south. So from the north you have the Arctic Ocean and the Southern Ocean in the south. Okay, so um, some of the islands found in Pacific Ocean are Indonesia, Philippines, Japan, Hawaii, New Zealand. These are the islands located in the Pacific Ocean. And the deepest point of Pacific Ocean is the Mariana Trench, which is the deepest point in the whole earth. Okay, so the most deep point, trench means deep. Okay, trench means pallam. Okay, கடலில் காணப்படுகிற பள்ளம். So the deepest point in the whole earth is the Mariana Trench, which is in Pacific Ocean, and its um, depth is nearly 1100 meters deep. Okay, and another information regarding Pacific Ocean is it forms the uh, Pacific Ring of Fire. Look at the boundary land systems in Australia, Asia, North America. So all these places we have active volcanoes. So in the class regarding volcanoes, we studied about Pacific Ring of Fire, isn't it? So it gets the name because of the Pacific Ocean, which forms the boundary in the land portion. So the next ocean is the Atlantic Ocean. So it is the second largest ocean on the earth next to Pacific Ocean. So look at the boundaries of the Atlantic Ocean. It is bounded by North America in the west and South America in the south. Sorry, North America in the west, isn't it? South America also in the west only. So North and South America in the west, okay, and Europe and Africa in the east, and Arctic Ocean in the north and Southern Ocean in the south. Okay, so the Strait of Gibraltar, it connects Arctic Ocean with the Mediterranean Sea. So what is a strait? It is a small link which connects a ocean and a sea is called a strait. So the Strait of Gibraltar connects the Mediterranean Sea with the Atlantic Ocean. So the Atlantic Ocean is the busiest shipping route between eastern and western hemisphere. So a large number of ships always move only in the Atlantic Ocean. Comparing with other oceans, Atlantic Oceans carries more, um, exports more articles, more materials from the north and southern hemisphere. Okay, so the Titanic ship also it sink in the Atlantic Ocean only. Okay, and the deepest point in Atlantic Ocean is the Milwaukee Deep, which is in Puerto Rico Trench. Okay, and seas, some of the seas in Atlantic Ocean are the Caribbean Sea, Gulf of Mexico, North Sea, Gulf of Guinea, and Mediterranean Sea are some of the important seas found in the Atlantic Ocean. And the the islands are St. Helena, Newfoundland, Iceland, and Falkland are some of the islands found in the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, next is Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean is the third largest ocean in the Earth's surface. So it is named after our country, India. And the boundaries of Indian Ocean are Asia in the north, Australia in the east, Southern Ocean in the south, and Africa in the west. And some of the islands found in the Indian Ocean are Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep Island, Maldives, Sri Lanka, Mauritius, and the Reunion Islands. And the strait which connects the Indian Ocean with the Pacific Ocean is the Malacca Strait. Okay, Malacca Strait is the point which connects the Indian Ocean with the Pacific Ocean. And some of the seas in Indian Ocean are Bay of Bengal, Arabian Sea, and Persian Gulf and the Red Sea. And the deepest portion of the Indian Ocean is the Java Trench. Java Trench is the deepest portion in the Indian Ocean. And next is the Southern Ocean. So the Southern Ocean it surrounds the continent of Antarctica. So the continent of Antarctica, which is filled with ice, it is surrounded by the Southern Ocean. Okay, so the border of Antarctica are Pacific Atlantic and Indian Oceans. So here the Antarctica is bordered by only the sea water, no land surfaces. Okay. So some of the seas in the Southern Ocean are the Ross Sea, Weddell Sea, and Davis Sea. Some of the islands are Farewell Islands, Bowman Islands, and Hurst Island. Are these are the some of the islands located in the Southern Ocean. And the water in the Southern Ocean are very cold, and much of the water, sea water, is ice. Okay, and the deepest point in the Southern Ocean is the South Sandwich Trench. So the last and the final ocean is the Arctic Ocean, which is the smallest ocean in the whole earth, and it lies within the Arctic Circle in the North Pole, surrounding the North Pole. Okay, and it remains frozen. Okay, it is in ice state for most of the year. And some of the seas of the Arctic Ocean are the Norwegian Sea, the Greenland, the East Siberian Sea, the Barents Sea are some of the seas of the ocean Arctic. Some of the islands are Greenland, New Siberian Island, Novaya Zemlya Island. Okay, so the North Pole is situated in the middle of the Arctic Sea. It is the north axis, North Pole, and the Eurasian Basin is the deepest point in the Arctic Ocean. Okay, children, so that ends our lesson, completes our lesson 2 of geography. So in this lesson, we studied about the three important landforms. First order landforms, second order, third order. First order are continents and oceans. Second order, mountains, plateaus and plains. Third order, valleys, uh, beaches and sand dunes. Okay. Then we studied about the five important oceans of our earth: the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, um, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. Okay, children. So that's our lesson. Okay, we'll meet in the next class. See you all.